How to use Brevo if you're just getting started. Hey everyone and welcome, I hope you're all doing great. In this video I will showcase exactly step by step how to get started using Brevo and how to use it for your email marketing. Now Brevo is a platform, a huge platform that is going to help you with your email campaigns and grow your email marketing, as you can see with this title. Now, let's actually not waste much time and talk about the pricing and then actually get started and sign up for free. Now, let's go to pricing over here. So the website is obviously brevo.com. And if we just visit this website, we can go to pricing. And here is going to show us all the plans that they offer. Now, Brevo offers two plans, starter and business. And if you have a large organization, you can use enterprise as well for a custom price. But it also offers a free plan, free forever plan, and it's actually quite decent, and it's going to help you a lot if you're just starting out with your email marketing. So if you're a beginner, complete beginner, then I highly suggest that you try out Brevo free plan. And now I'm not going to necessarily compare the pricing. You can see the prices for yourself for the starter plan and business. But they do also change depending on how many emails you want to send out each month. You can see now the default, which is for the 25 for starter and 65 for business, is going to be 20k emails per month. But you can adjust this over here, so you can make it so 40,000, and you can see that it increases. So with that being said, I'm not going to compare everything. Let me just talk about the free plan a little bit more. So with the free plan, you'll be able to send out 300 emails per day, which is not necessarily a lot, but at the same time, this is again for those people who are just starting out. Maybe if you don't really have too many contacts, this should be suitable for you. And one more thing that actually makes Brevo so nice is that you have unlimited contacts. So you can like add as many contacts as you want. You don't really have any limits with the free plan. So with that being said, let's actually get started and sign up for Brevo. So we just basically sign up from the top right where it says sign up for free. I will just set up my account. It's you know, your usual signing up process. I'm not going to bore you with it. I will just finish it up and get back to you once I'm in the dashboard. So once you finish up entering your information, they're going to ask you about your name, business name, if you have a website, and also phone number and other personal information for you to get started. Next up, you will be able to choose a plan. So here is going to be your chance to choose a plan. I highly suggest that even if you want to subscribe, if you didn't test out Brevo, which I assume you didn't, you actually go ahead and try the free plan first and see if you actually like Brevo first, and then you can upgrade if you actually like it or if you reach a specific goal. So let me just go ahead and continue with the free plan, and then we should be greeted with the dashboard. Now with the dashboard, you'll be able to set things up within the campaigns, contacts, your automations, transactions, deals, and more. So the first thing I suggest that you do is set up your sender information. This is basically going to be when you actually send out emails, you have senders. So once a person actually sees the email that you have sent out, they can actually see the information about the sender. And you try to make it more professional. So if you have a business email, this would be great. And you can set up the sender details so it is more professional. So to do so, we can just go here and we can go ahead and click on senders, domains, and dedicated IPs from within the dashboard here. So we can just click on this. And once this opens up, we can just go ahead and click on senders here. And in here is going to show you your default email that you have set up. Which is not recommended. As you can see here, free mail domain is not recommended. It's you can use it, but it is recommended for you to actually have a business email instead. To set up a sender, you can just add a sender on the top right and give it a name, or not give it a name, just set up your name and the email that you want to use. and then I'll go ahead and click on save, and then you will need to verify it. I'm just going to skip this step because I'm not going to use it here. So it's very easy to set up. You just need to, after you're done, like I said, verify your email, and that should be done. Okay. So that is going to be it for the senders. If you want to also set up your domains and stuff, you'll be able to do so from here. You can set up any plugins and integrations with apps that you know from here, if you want. Okay, so next up, if you have come from a different app or email marketing app, then you will be able to import your contacts from here. So we just go ahead into the dashboard and we navigate to contacts, and then from here we will be able to actually go ahead and import contacts like you see from the top right, or create a contact, which is also a way that you can create a contact easily. But if you want to actually import contacts, you can just click on here, and it's going to give you two different methods to actually do so. So you can import a file, which then you will need to import the file, and obviously, and then set things up like first column is the first name, second one is the email, and so on. You can copy and paste as text form. Like if you have a spreadsheet, you can just paste it in there, and you can also import from another tool. So it's going to be dependent on how you want to use it. If you have actually a file that is ready, then I just recommend that you use this one. If not, you can just use this one, and you can just import your data like sort of manually, you could say. So with that being done, now you have imported your contacts, and now you have your senders ready. Now we can go ahead and start creating things. First thing is you can create lists and segments. Lists are going to be contact lists. So if you want to separate between like contacts, so like a specific list for specific contacts that maybe came from a different platform. If you want to separate them, you can also create a list. So by default, you will have your first list, but you can also create another list and give it a name. So for example, second list. And usually you wouldn't really name it to this. You would name it the actual name of the list. For example, if they are subscribers from different platforms, you can just type in the name of the platform. And for the folder, you can just go ahead and select the folder that you have, create list, and then you'll be able to add contacts to that specific list if you actually go ahead in here. So you can see now inside of this list, you can add contacts. So this is basically for the lists. Now, for segments, you can also say that you can use segments to identify specific users or customers. This way you can make it as a targeted interaction with them. So for example, you want to send out a specific automation for a specific group of people or customers, then you'll be able to use it with segments. You can create a segment from the top right. You can just go ahead and use one of those. And you can see, you can just create a blank one if you want. It's more like automations. Now, if you want to create the landing page, then you'll be able to, you won't be able to unless you actually upgrade. Now for forms, you can actually create forms, so you can actually have people to go ahead and subscribe to you. So we can create forms both for subscription, unsubscription, and if you want to update your profile. But for example, if you want to create a subscription form, you can just go ahead and click on it, and here you should find the forms that you have. And if you don't, then you can just go ahead and create a new subscription form. From here, let's go ahead and actually give it a name. So form name, let's just say example. And then we will enable this. And then we can just go ahead and click on next. And then from the design, we'll be able to actually start designing elements. So in here, if you see text, you can just click on the text and actually change what it says. So here we can just write whatever we want. Same goes here, same goes for the rest of them. And what else we can do actually is we can centralize it if we want and change the alignment. We can change the font size, and we can make it bold and also change the color of the text. Okay, great. So that's pretty much how to edit the elements. So if you want to edit text, you can do so. If you want to edit this, then it's going to be an attribute. So if you want to edit attributes, you can actually go ahead and select the attribute first. So if you want to have first name, then you can just have it in here. And then you can do the field size to be multi-lines or single line, which I prefer. Now you can change stuff like label name of whether you want it to be there or not, which I recommend that you keep. Placeholder, which is going to be, you can see if we turn it off, it's going to be the one inside the box, just to let them know what to write in. Help text, I keep that off. And then required field or not, first name, I keep it required, and we can just, set things up like so. Now, if you want to add another one, we can also do so. So if we just go to build, here we can add blocks, fields, and more. So if you want to add fields, we can just drag and drop. And let's say now we want the email. We can do this exact same thing for email. So let me just go ahead and remove the help text. And that's it. So now we have our subscription form. And we can again just adjust the rest of the stuff, changing the colors and everything. So we can just go ahead and change this to be darker, and just change the colors to your brand, and that's it. And you can also view it in mobile if you want. When that's done, we can just go ahead and click on next, and you can also enable CAPTCHA if you want. As you can see, they recommend that you turn it on, but I'm just going to go ahead and click on next regardless. So you will need to select a list for this contact or subscription form, and we can just go ahead and select both and click on next. You can also select only one if you want. That's completely fine. And here you will need to set things up like double confirmation email and stuff. So if you want to select a template, we can just do that, and we can just go ahead and read the rest. Hold on. Okay, so you can freely choose between them, whether you want it to be double confirmation email or simple confirmation email, or actually no confirmation email. Now, let's just stick with the recommended. If you have any specifics that you want to go for, you can go for it. But when it says recommended, let's just go ahead and keep it this way, unless, other methods are proven to be better. So let's just keep it this way, default template as well, and we can just go ahead and click on next. And here you can also edit the success messages and other messages that appear to the users if things occur. So for example, once it's actually done, it's going to be not sent, it's going to show up this message: your subscription has been successful. You can feel free to edit this to your liking. Obviously make it something that makes sense to a success message. Same goes for the invalid user information, if they enter wrong information or error message or empty field. Now we can just go ahead and click on next. Also, I forgot one thing, is that we can actually add a birthday if you want. It's also from within the attributes. You just give it a name and make sure the attribute is date. And this way you can actually make them enter their email. I don't really recommend that you make it a required field. So let's actually go back down here, return to this step. I think we are done with this, and we should be good to go. So obviously just get the code and everything. Now that's for forms, and then you get the automations, campaigns, and more. So for example, if it's campaigns here, you'll be able to go ahead and actually create campaign and be able to start with a template. And for example, let's go ahead and use email, give it a name. So whatever name that you like, create campaign. And then from here, you'll be able to, fill out the rest of the stuff. So who are going to be the recipients, what the subject is for this campaign, and actually start designing the template. So you can use a template from the ones that are available and build from it, which I highly prefer. So find a template that you like, for example, this one, and actually build from there. You know, start actually adding elements and stuff. It's pretty much exactly like the one that we did using forms. It's not going to be too different. So just go ahead and click on anything that you want to edit, and just change the elements within it. If you want to add like stuff to it, we can actually go ahead and just go to blocks. We can edit text, or add text, images, and so on. So make sure you edit this fully to your liking. I'm not going to go through all of this right now. So if we just go back to campaign, I don't really need to save it. Let's talk about one last thing, which is going to be automations. Now you need to really set up automations if you want to start with your email marketing, because this is going to help you a lot, so that you don't really put in too much effort. With automations, things are going to be much easier for you. Things are just going to be done for you instead of you having to do things manually yourself every single time someone subscribes or a specific trigger happens. Automations basically are going to be a trigger, meaning some sort of situation happens, and then, okay, so this may actually take some time, so I may not show it in this video, but let me just describe it to you. So basically, something specific happens, like someone actually subscribes to your campaign. When this happens, then you set up a result. So if this happens, then that happens. For example, if someone signs up to your campaign, then automatically an email is going to be sent to them, giving them, for example, a discount code. For example, I'm going to give you another example of an automation. You can do birthdays or birthday offers or something like discount birthdays. So if someone actually fills in the form and gives in their birthday, you can make it so that when their birthday happens, which is the trigger, then you'll be, or an email is going to be sent to them with a code or a discount code. So those are going to be basically the automations here. So I highly recommend that you use them. And there are going to be plenty of templates to choose from instead of actually creating it yourself. So it's going to be very easy. You just need to enable it, and that's pretty much it. So with that being said, that's how to use Brevo pretty much. So I hope you liked this video, and thanks for watching.